Hey yo, what's up? It's your boy Sir, right hand man of the Blerd Syndicate, and I got my killer in training, KB, in this thing. What's happening?
What's good? What's good?
Now look, I know y'all looking on here like, who are these people? You know what I'm saying? Coming up here. Where's our boy? Where's Mr. Stokes? Well, Mr. Stokes had to call out today, man. My brother's not feeling well. So before we get started, I just want to tell my bro, get well soon. You know what I'm saying? Get your rest. You've been working, you've been doing that, you've been getting everybody together with everything. We said we gonna take over today. You know what I'm saying? That's what right hands and left hands do, goddamn. And so that's what we here for. So let's get to it. Now, this episode, we didn't have a thing. So I went to looking on Twitters, you know what I'm saying? Got to looking on a couple IGN pages, just see what the metaverse talking about out here. And I got a couple of topics. So if you down, if you ready, KB, let's get to talking some shit that happened this week. That's all right with you?
Let's roll with it.
All right. First things first. It wouldn't be me if I didn't get a chance to sit with KB and talk about how trash WB is. That goddamn canceled Batgirl.
I feel as though they did us a favor here
For real?
because they were about to ruin this.
What up,
So
Tots?
listen, the actors and actresses, the stage crew, like I hope they all find another employment opportunity, but take this as a blessing because they were about to ruin everything for y'all. Y'all were about to get critically and probably like nationally roasted.
You know what? And this is crazy because I didn't realize the cast was the cast until I reread who was in this. Michael Keaton returning as Batman. Right. J.K. Simmons coming back as Commissioner Gordon. And Brendan Fraser was Firefly. So they was kind of stacked. They kind of had a little bit of oomph in that thing, just with Michael Keaton alone.
So I'm gonna say this.
Oh,
First off, Michael Keaton and that first Batman movie is actually one of my favorite movies of all time.
respect.
There's a nostalgia factor here because it's also one of my dad's favorite movies, and I love to watch it with him.
Okay.
So, with that being said, I still stand by my statement. This was not about to be a good thing. I'm just listen. Arrow,
Mm,
maybe first couple of seasons, and then all of a sudden they just Flash again. First couple of
yeah.
seasons, um, literally anything tied to Batman that they've done. Didn't WB have Birds of Prey too?
Yeah.
Didn't they have that? Listen, they did us a favor. And I'm standing firm in that nobody can convince me otherwise. This is not a travesty, nor a tragedy, nor anybody being done wrong, except for the people who are going to be out of work. But again, did them a favor because y'all was about to be roasted. Like all the vets would have been fine because I'm pretty sure they've had misses in their careers and
Mm,
they've been roasted online before and they probably roast back. But anybody that was new to this,
done.
bruh.
Now, it's very rarely that when it comes to WB that I disagree with you, but I think
Okay.
this was one of those moments.
All right.
I don't think they did us a favor. Let me tell you why. Because I got a couple of statistics over here. Now I know numbers don't mean shit, but when there's a dollar sign in front of it, I gotta address it.
Okay.
They spent 90 million on this thing.
Which ain't had nothing to do with us.
True, it's not our pockets. It's not our pockets. But post-production was almost done.
Mm-hmm.
They put 90 million into just the production factor.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this happened before. I don't know if you remember Swamp Thing. Yeah, they got a whole season filmed, cut out and everything, and then WB was like, "How much you spent? Cancel that shit." I don't think, I don't know. This just further confirms the disconnect between the higher ups and who's running the show at the bottom floor. To me, this just
Right.
screams mismanagement for real, for real. Now, some sources are speculating that they feel like the film's plot just didn't work. Well, if that's the case, Shouldn't this have been stopped a long time ago before production?
If they felt the plot didn't work, it shouldn't have made it to this point at all, because they should have been back in the room rewriting and reworking. It never should have come to a point of getting here. But this is also why I said they did us a favor. Because if it doesn't work for WB and they're used to giving us garbage, what were you about to give us? Or is this a case where WB kind of shoots themselves in the foot? I think they don't want to be too good at something, because then you always expect better. And this kind of goes back to what we were talking about in the group earlier, which is give me the rights. I got 25 cents.
Oh, come
Give
on.
me the rights.
Come on.
And watch what I do. Because here's the thing. First off, I think bringing Michael Keaton back as Batman, not a bad move, right? It's not.
Nope.
Keaton is a beloved Batman.
Mhm.
Batman in and of himself is a beloved figure. Including him in it, at least for a credit, like an end credit type deal, links Batgirl to a lot of folks. And
Okay.
it gives a little bit more credence to what they're doing with it. The problem is that it's WB. And they have proven that they do not care. They've proven that they don't care about shows that fans like. And they have proven that they do not care if you think their content is garbage. They're going to give it to you anyway.
Fact.
And also, I don't think they want to be great. I just don't. I think that they are the epitome of you will get what you get and you'll like it.
And that's the thing. But we're not getting anything out of this. Like, you give us all this hype about the Bat family. Could it be possibly, and is this just me theorizing, after Batwoman tanked as hard as it did, with everything with the actress who backed out because she was like the working conditions of ass, do you think they just felt like, yo, we can't afford to have another miss at all right now? And so when they overdrafted $90 million, it was like, you know what? Because they would have to spend more money to hype the movie. Because this is just production money. This has nothing to do with marketing.
Yeah, that could be it. And also, it wasn't just like Batwoman, because didn't they get through a season?
They made it to like episodes in the second season.
Look, I didn't even watch it.
Yeah, it was pretty
Now, with that being said, this has more to do with I'm just not interested in the character herself. But admittedly, and I've said it before, I'm not a DC fan. I know the world, I know the characters, but they don't move me in that way for real. So a little bit of bias. But I also feel as though if the characters aren't Batman and aren't Superman, we really don't get a ton of marketing for them anyway. And that kind of leads me to not only, like you said, they probably didn't want to have to spend the money in marketing, but were you even going to do it because of who the main character was?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Like the marketing tends to be terrible when it's not a well-known hero, and even worse if the hero looks anything remotely like me, whether that's in terms of skin color or in terms of gender and gender identity, however you want to break that stuff down.
Right.
Anytime, like, marketing really does not hit like it would for men. It just doesn't. And then you add in the well-known factor and it's even worse.
And that's the crazy part. And it's, I think part of it, oh, my brother's here. I think part of it has to do with their fear of just waiting it out. And that's one thing I will give to Marvel. Marvel will take a shot with some of the most obscure niggas, because I guarantee if last year, I'll go back further. 2 years ago, if I told you, hey, yo, Moon Knight gonna be on Disney Plus, niggas would have been like, who the fuck is Moon Knight? You know what I'm saying? But it's the fact that Marvel is not afraid to do that that makes me feel that they have the leg up on Disney, and they're organized. And they're organized. I will say that. You know, the organization is top tier. Um, but even Marvel will take a movie, it's flat, doesn't work. They're like, okay, how can we build on top of that though? What can we take with these strands we got and make a dope tapestry? You know, and let's be real. Captain America 1 was trash, but it gave us some of our favorite characters. It gave us Bucky, it gave us the Red Skull, whom we got to see in Infinity War, which was how many years later? You know, and we recognized them and we popped when we see them. You know, it's like seeing an old cousin you haven't seen for. You might not fuck with them like that, but oh shit, you're here too. Great. And I just, as long as WB is afraid to do that, I don't see them succeed. And I see a lot more of cancellations coming. And as much as I hate WB's movie entrepreneurship scene, I hate the fact that I won't get a proper culmination feeling of like an Avengers type Justice League situation, you know, where it's just everybody's here. I won't ever get that. Oh shit, is that Batwoman over here in the Flash movie? You know, like I'll never get that with the current WB product.
And see, that's what's so upsetting to me is because it could be done and it could be done really well. It's so easy to do. It's so
It
easy.
is.
And I
It is.
don't understand because you know that the market, like, yes, the market is saturated with superhero stuff, right?
Mhm.
But you are full of it if you think that people won't still spend their money to see it.
Facts. Get
People
something back.
people been spending money to see Batman since the 80s. Since what, 89 when the first Batman movie came out? So
Mm-hmm.
people, you like the Field of Dreams, like I said, I think I said the last episode. You build it, they will come. I'm part of they.
And that's one thing, like it's not hard. And that's the other thing that we were talking about. One of the basic things they teach you, whether you're writing a novel, whether you're writing a book of poetry, whether you're doing scripts, one of the first lessons is a question you must answer, which is why would people want to read this or see this? The why. And I feel as though with a lot of these movies, you're getting away from that point. Like I
Mm-hmm.
said, with every Batman incantation we get, yeah, we get his backstory, but y'all really have yet to tell us why we should care about this child.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it, like he's an orphan. Okay, but do you know how many of them there are in the world? And I'm not saying people don't care about all of that, right? But past a certain level, we don't because it keeps happening. We're not doing anything about it. Like, call a spade a spade.
You're right.
People are sick of Batman, but they're still going to give you their money. But if you take Batman, Superman, and you put them to the back for a little bit, you bring forward, and Dr. Fate is showing up in a movie. But again, people are going to be like, who's Dr. Fate? Because y'all didn't explain nothing with this man. Y'all just threw him into somebody's movie. Who knows how long his screen runtime is going to be? And we're just supposed to accept that this man is important to somebody for something.
Right.
And I totally agree with what you're saying, KB, because I know who Dr. Fate is. I'm not like super versed in who Dr. Fate is, but I know who he is. I know how cool he is and stuff like that. But the fact that he's just gonna show up in Black Adam and with no, like I said, I'm pretty sure we're not gonna get a real backstory and all that, and how cool or how his powers and stuff. Like they ain't gonna delve into all that like they could, but I mean like they should. But it's just like why are they putting him here? Just like we're getting with the Hawkman in Black Adam as well. Like he just gonna show up and be Hawkman. Like like that's what we're doing.
But then
Like I understand.
I'm willing to
Oh, go
bet you
ahead.
money what's getting ready to happen is those two are probably supposed to show up in something else. And it's gonna kind
Mm-hmm.
of be like how they handled Justice League. Justice League, I think, was out before some of the characters got like their own individual film. So it's like they went back to explain who they were. But again, you still didn't explain anything to anyone, not for real, for real. You banked on the fact that people read comics, but you didn't take into account people who don't read them who would still want to see the movie. Marvel did that. Like, you got a sense for who Tony Stark was, at least the MCU version of him, which is honestly pretty close. But they didn't just rely on the fact that you know who Iron Man is and hopefully you're going to go see this movie because you know this man from the comics. And I feel like that's DC's biggest error is they don't care about giving you a real story. They just want to put these people in situations on a movie and hope that you're going to spend some money. But if they just did the extra work to actually build the world, they would have no problems.
The crazy part to me is they've built a mini world. They're just not tapping fully into some of these characters. There's no reason why, like I haven't watched Stargirl, but there's no reason why her name hasn't popped up in none of these movies. There's no reason why God damn it, Gotham holds how many of these characters, and we don't see any of these characters crossing over. Titans. The Titans is the biggest sin committer of this to me, because you got Dick Grayson, who was in Gotham, got trained and left, became a detective, and then became a Titan. Like, come on, like, pull on some of these pre-written strings you got, bro.
And see, that's the problem. Like, kind of what Marvel was doing in the beginning, where they were keeping their film and TV stuff separate. It's only it's I think when they started, you notice when it started. I think when the Disney Plus series, you may have got not Disney Plus, but the I guess the original, like the Netflix, you may have got some type of inclusion where it was mentioned or brought up, like the Daredevil mentioned what happened in Avengers or something like that.
Right.
Like, and they were so big on trying to keep those series or keeping film and TV separate. Like, it only work for so long. You don't do this for so long but when you put in the same characters, like I said, with DC, you had the Flash from the show, and then you went and you came up with another Flash with somebody else, like with the same name. You know what I'm saying? So I think they would do a mistake. They were trying to keep them separate when they should have really been working tandem, like what Marvel is doing now. It's a tandem thing. Like the TV and the TV series or Disney Plus series and the movies are together. They're in one world now.
Yeah. Organization, if you can make it simple across the board, you're going to win. Whoever makes it the simplest wins. That's just what it is. Because the instant I can't explain to you why they're two separate Flashes to a kid, it's over. Like that immersion is gone. You know what I'm saying? And then you create a barrier in your fans where you like, oh, I like this Flash. Oh, I will like this Flash. You know, it don't make sense to do that.
And I
like
also wonder if they're just trying to avoid being like Marvel, and in trying to avoid that, they ran too far in the opposite direction. Like, I wonder if that factors into it. Like, we don't want to be you guys, so we don't want to necessarily follow any type of formula that you did. Which, it's a movie. You're gonna have to follow. I'm sorry, but you are. There's gonna have to be some similarities. Suck it up.
Yeah, brother.
It's nothing wrong with taking from what somebody else did and just building on it. And there's nothing wrong with that. And they could have easily done that.
A wise man learns from the mistakes of others, bro. But
exactly.
I'm gonna read the statement given out in regards to Batgirl being canceled. We are saddened and shocked by the news. We still can't believe it. As directors, it is critical that our work be shown to audiences. And while the film was far from finished, we wish that fans all over the world would have had the opportunity to see and embrace the final film themselves. Maybe one day they will, inshallah. Our amazing cast and crew did a tremendous job and worked so hard to bring Batgirl to life. We are forever grateful to be a part of that team. It was a dream to work with such fantastic actors, big shit, real shit there, like Michael Keaton, J.K. Simmons, Brendan Fraser, Jacob Scipio, Corey Johnson, Rebecca Front, and especially the great Leslie Grace, who portrayed Batgirl with so much passion, dedication, and humanity. In any case, as huge fans of Batman since we were little kids, It was a privilege and honor to have been part of the DCEU, even if it was for a brief moment. Shade, Batgirl for life. Sad. Sad.
It's real sad.
Because not only that, we have to think about the other side. Like we was talking about others, all the people that are involved. It sucks because you just don't become a superhero. You kind of have to get in shape for that, like get in the mindset. You have to envelop a character, and just to do all that work for nothing. You ever went to the store for nothing because you left your wallet at home? Like imagine doing that for months.
Right. That's a bad feeling. A
Bruh.
bad feeling.
I'm starting a campaign. Put Leslie Grace in a Marvel movie. Justice for Leslie Grace. She did all that work. She built for it.
I'm gonna be 1 billion with you. That probably is gonna happen.
It should. And you have to wonder, like, with these actors, what roles, granted, production was just getting, but what roles did they say no to be a part of this? And I know that, like, there's no compensation for stuff like that, right?
Right. But
But I feel like when you make choices like this, where it just kind of comes out of left field, there should be something. There should be something. Like, and again, WB has been giving us garbage and spoon feeding us garbage for years. We as fans deserve compensation at this point.
Years.
Listen, I'm about to like start sending them invoice
for my hype.
Start sending
Right.
my cable bill.
Listen, you at least gonna pay internet or something for the month because y'all gonna stop this. Stop getting my hopes up.
Every time. All right. Well, I got another topic since we're talking about hype. There was some pleasant news, man, that came about this week. We have a certain movie dropping, and I created this title for this particular segment. Prey is dropping, and early reviews are in, and I made this title myself. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this alliteration? It's fire as fuck. Predator prequel predating previous Predator predicaments pop. I did that all by myself. But yes, bro. Prey, the Predator sequel featuring the Native Americans against the Predator. I'm seeing a lot like Metacritic, you know, and I don't like to go by these, you know what I'm saying? RottenTomatoes.com got this shit at a fresh, bro. Like,
oh, that's what's up.
The lowest score I've seen is an 8 out of 10.
And see, I've always been a big fan of the Predator movies, from Arnold to Danny Glover to all of them. I know they ain't all been good, but you know, it's always been a big fan of them. So it's good to see, you know, they're still putting out movies, and this one is a quality movie, a good quality movie. I can't wait to watch this one.
I can't either, bro. It goes to show that if you think outside the box a little bit, because I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw the trailer, I didn't know what it was about until about 1.5 minutes in, because I was already in just seeing. I'm gonna keep it a buck. This is the Blerd Syndicate. You know what I'm saying? Seeing a person who's not from the Caucasus Mountains dealing with some of the hardships I saw in the trailer kind of piqued my interest. She was running from a bear. She was hunting her people. She was looking like she had some friction with some. And to see her get chased with something and just see this bear get murdered in front of her, I was like, oh shit, what's this? You know? And to hear that iconic Predator scream, I was like, they are taking a chance, and I'm fucking for it.
This is the thing I've always appreciated about Predator and Alien both, is that because of the subject matter, they really are unafraid to be like, run it. Let's see what happens. And the stories don't, like, the thing is, their stories don't have to be perfect.
Right.
But they're going to, again, like each time you saw a Predator film, you were invested in what was going to happen. You cared.
Yep.
Which, when you hear that for a Predator movie, it's like, what? You cared about? It's not like an all time, but you cared. You cared about watching these people win. You also cared about watching how these predators had their technology and what they were doing. Like, you cared about everything that was going on in this movie. Same thing with Alien. Like, you cared. And then even Alien versus Predator itself. Not a fantastic film. It's not. But it is one of my favorite not so great films.
Oh, yeah,
Because
like
you really had to feel like both of these things are coming after you. What do? And people were invested in seeing what you gonna do because you're gonna die.
facts.
it's like I look at those films, like I look at the Fast and Furious franchise, like they're not nowhere near the best films, but the action and the stuff that go on, it's like what they gonna do this time, like it's you know what I'm
You
saying. So it's like
care.
that, yeah,
Even if
yeah,
it's stupid, you care. Cause it's like, what can you possibly do to make me want to watch? You're in space. Like, you care.
exactly. I'm just waiting on them to pull out. I'm just waiting on the Fast and Furious Jurassic World crossover. That's all I'm waiting on.
Bro, they got a time travel next and you still can't get, certain characters because
How far
sad
back you
times.
gonna go?
But like,
You
you're gonna
know?
have to.
Yeah, I would love to see. I ain't gonna lie, I haven't watched Fast and Furious since Fast Five, but I would love to see Dom roll up the back of like a Tyrannosaurus and into a volcano. That'd be fire.
Cadillacs and dinosaurs. Cadillacs and dinosaurs.
I see the
Hey,
Maybe.
reference. I love that.
hey,
I love that. Yes. That's one of my favorite beat 'em up games ever, by the way. It was really great. Um, but yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. Um, they said the young actress kind of finds her own, like really in like the third act, which is all that really matters. There's the early what the fuck, there's the mid section where people are just dying, and then there's the end climactic, the battle. You know what I mean when I say the battle, the battle. And
Right.
yeah, yeah.
they say she really does her fucking thing. And I'm excited for it, man. So if you got Hulu, man, if you want to see Hulu and like people take streaming services more seriously, taking more chances, make sure you watch and stream this film and get somebody else to do so. Because I know
Yeah.
I'm going to.
I definitely am. I told you I'm invested. I told you I'm watching it just for the strength of it being a Predator movie. I'm watching.
I
I
also
and
like the fact that you're getting, again, your lead people don't look like normal lead people. And I'm all for that. Like,
I'm with you.
I'm all for it, especially as long as you're not putting them in situations where they need someone to come save them who doesn't look like them.
mm-hmm.
Because I'm also pretty sick of that at this point, where you get like those strong characters who still have to be protected by stronger characters who get their power ups or whatever you want to call that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't play with
Exactly.
me.
I know what you're talking about. Like
I'm not
I think
talking. I
Will
know
Smith.
y'all know. We have talked about
I,
this extensively.
I,
I'm talking to the people
I,
who may be watching. Y'all know what I'm saying.
I will say this. Watching the trailer for this over and over gives me hope that one day I can get a Turok film because I damn sure was like, oh shit, Dark Horse is doing Turok. And then I was like, oh, I'm still happy. But hopefully I can get a Turok film one day. One day. All right. My last topic on the docket is multiverses drop, man. Um WB's version of Super Smash Brothers dropped where you can play as LeBron James and beat the shit out of Shaggy and Batman if you really want to. Um and right now it's been banging like concurrently on Twitch. I know I seen a smooth 100,000 that was on there playing the beta that was open. Now there's one thing that they did that I really like. They made it a beta. Not only do your progress move over into the actual game when it drops because it's free to play. Right. But if you watch a Twitch streamer streaming the game and you watch for 1 hour, you will get a beta code. Right. So not only does that promote the streamers who got the game early, getting some money in their pockets, but it's also getting participation into your own beta to see these people come into your game and try it out for free before you actually drop. So I thought that was a brilliant thing that WB did. Surprise, surprise. Never thought I'd say that out loud.
Bro, you just shocked me because, like, WB is weird. They're so weird. Because for every good thing that they give you, they turn around and make really questionable decisions. And I really want to know. I know not every property talks to every moving part, but you would think that y'all would at least have like a quarterly meeting.
Some.
You would think. Because I know me and Jeremy talked about this when we were doing the drink and draw, which is like the animated movies do great. But why don't y'all just hire those same writers? Give them a bigger check and let them show you some things. Because I feel like if you could get the effects to translate, and the effects don't have to be spectacular. They really don't. Because case in point, we're gonna watch it anyway. we're gonna watch it. And again, if your story is good, the reviews may be like, yo, your effects were trash, but the rest of it,
right.
like, and that gives you more money for the next run. Because all you gotta do is tell people, hey, support this project more, and you'll see the effects you want.
You see that 90 million go where it's supposed to go.
Exactly.
But you can clearly see the only reason that the animated movies are so well done is because the big wigs aren't touching them, because they probably feel like kids are watching them, just do what the fuck you want. Here goes a blank check, get the fuck out of my face. That's
what I'm
honestly
saying.
how I feel.
Give them a blank check for the movie. Just give them one. Give them one. Just give them one. And let's see what happens. Because clearly y'all have the money. Y'all just throwing away however much money y'all just decided not to spend no more. Y'all got it.
Pockets ain't empty.
Listen, we ain't hungry no more either.
Yeah, WB, get your shit together, bro. Like, get matter of fact, WB, I know you're watching this because you're a fan of the Blerd Syndicate, and since you are a fan of the Syndicate, WB, we need you to go to the blerdsyndicate.com and cop some of our merch so we can be on the next movie that you don't cancel. So yeah, we need you to do that, and also, while you're there, make sure you know what I'm saying that you take photos when you're wearing our stuff, because you know we got the Instagram going, so we need you to do hashtag with the BS or even hashtag join the BS, but we need y'all to participate and show off the gear that you're purchasing. You know, it makes us happy. Our cheeks light up. We may not do it on camera, but they do. They get a little rosy, a little warm. I don't know how rosy, you know, but they get a little warm, and we'd like to keep that going, you know. So help us help y'all.
Right, because our stuff looks good.
Come on now.
It looks good. As a matter of fact, next week I'm going to wear mine so y'all can see. It's very flattering to the shape. This shirt is not, but it's also not from the Blerd Syndicate.
It looked like it's comfy though.
Very, which is why I had it. It's comfy right in this region for the scars.
Yeah,
perfect.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I completely understand.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a current shirt for my good friend, our Blerd brother, Eternity Everlasting. He has some really great shirts too. Yeah, I'm wearing his for the comfort, and also because I have not done the laundry. I don't know if you've ever dealt with that before, but
Did mine yesterday.
so you got me. You beat me.
Yeah.
Adulting is weak.
It is. I want to go back home.
Quickly.
What's the TikTok audio? I want to go home. Yes, that's me right now.
Oh man, and I gotta get back to my TikTok, by the way, because I feel like the world needs laughter, and I must give it to them. So
I need your laugh to be an audio on TikTok. You have like the perfect villain laugh.
really,
And I am a villain. So I need this. My laugh's not great. I'm not gonna do it. But I need
now
that.
I gotta hear it. You gotta do it now.
Absolutely not.
Come on, left hand. Come on.
Listen, there hasn't been anything for me to laugh to do the laugh. I gotta be in the situation. I can't just give you a fake laugh.
So I gotta genuinely place you in a situation where you're a villain with the upper hand so that you can commit to the laugh.
I'm almost always a villain with the upper hand. But there's not a situation right now for me to do the laugh. So I need the situation.
Okay. Okay. So that's fair. So make sure that by the next time we do our recording, y'all have created a situation in which KB could be a villain, and we will read them off so we can get her to do her super villain laugh. So I need y'all to tune in and do that for me. This wasn't going to be a super long episode today because we got to work in the morning. So that being said, make sure that you smash that like button down there. Make sure you turn on the notification bell. Make sure you subscribe to the Blerd Syndicate on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on Facebook. Make sure you follow us on the gram. Hell, go find us on TikTok.
We are also on Twitter.
We on the Twitters.
We
You know what I'm saying? We be saying stuff. You know what I'm saying? And all that. Do we still have 140 characters? It's been a long time. I haven't.
Don't make me lie to you. I don't count it.
Oh, all right. So
I just be typing until they tell me I can't.
Right. And we got some more Blerd mashups coming. You know what I'm saying? We be out here producing, putting our rap and our hip hop and rock to these anime stuffs. So we got some more of that coming. We got some more conversation coming. And we also got a comic court coming because I've been holding on to this topic about the best wrestling, I guess you could say, feuds of all time.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I got one thing that we're going to do before we go.
Oh, what's up?
So, you're a Pokemon fan, yes?
Yes, I am.
All right. And remind me kindly what one of your biggest gripes with One Piece is.
It's a jabillion episodes.
Now, did you know there are more episodes of Pokemon than One Piece?
I was not aware, but there's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
There's a stark difference.
Mm-hmm.
There were different regions.
Mm-hmm.
There were, damn it, I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, it wasn't a long build-up. Every episode had a hype.
But there's more.
Oh God, come on,
hit me with it. Your primary, and it's not your only.
Okay.
But if your primary reason is that it is too long, your reason's no longer valid, my guy.
Okay, well, it wasn't that it was too long. Let me correct that. I have no problem with something being lengthy.
Because you just said it's a bajillion episodes.
That's fine, but Pokemon has a bajillion great episodes, and they're short and concise. You can see episode 33 and see episode 297 and still be okay. You can't do that with One Piece.
Because One Piece has different region and different stories. So you mean to tell me that Pokemon has different region and different stories, but they're all the same because you don't have to watch one and then watch the other?
Precisely. That's exactly what I'm saying.
So
because we have a
boring.
And let's be, and I'll be the first to say this. One Piece does a great job at fleshing out every single character in that story, but they're fleshing out every single character in that story.
Pokemon is only giving you Ash and Pikachu.
Exactly.
Ash has been 10.
You just hit the nail on the head.
I was 10.
You just hit the.
I'm in my 30s now.
Charizard in there.
I'm in my 30s now. Ash has not grown up.
That ain't my problem.
Ash has not, but you watched it. You watched this 30-year-old, 10-year-old child.
Because nobody is watching Pokemon for Ash, though. Let's be real. Come on, you're not watching it for Ash.
All I'm saying is the bajillion episodes can no longer be your reasoning. You got to pick something else.
I just hate how dense it is. It's long and it's dense. It's a lot of shit for each person in One Piece. With Pokemon, it's just like fast food. You pick it up, bam, you're done. You know what I'm saying?
Food's not good for you.
It's not. But I don't want to have to write a dissertation in order to understand season 1 and then why we're going to Johto.
But you don't have to write a dissertation. All you have to do is watch.
Mentally, I'd have to write a dissertation because I critique and I try to understand characters' motivations. You know, when you want to know Ash's motivation, I want to go over here and get some more badges.
Ash's motivation is very simplistic. It's to be the best.
Yeah.
Now, Luffy's motivation is very simple. It's to be the Pirate King.
And do this person's storyline because they're my best friend, and do this person's storyline and see it through because they're my best.
So you don't support your friends?
I do, but I don't want to watch an anime on somebody supporting all 600 93 friends of theirs. No, I don't.
He's just supporting his best friends. Everybody else is just kind of there.
Fuck them niggas.
That's really how Luffy moves. Like he's helping people, but you're not. Don't make it something it's not. You're not getting an exposition on 600 characters. That's terrible.
I know.
It's pretty close. It's like 400, but still.
But primarily, honestly, the biggest thing is too dense for me to catch up on now. Right. Majority of the stuff has been spoiled for me already. And I'm not a fan of the art style. And what I mean when I say the art style, I mean specifically the aesthetic. It's not appealing to my eye, so I can't fully immerse myself.
No, understand that vibe 100% because that's actually what took me so long to get into it. Mm-hmm. And coincidentally, it's also why I hated Full Metal Alchemist when it first started. Oh, if it looks like not Brotherhood was fantastic. Okay. But the very first Full Metal Alchemist, if you watch the drawing, like the art changed.
Yeah.
And it's like they got better as they went. And I'm not saying I'm the best artist on the planet. I'm by far not. Jeremy, for instance, So, but my thing is that if I can do it and make my lines look more crisp than yours, I'm not sure if I want to watch this because you're out here living maybe not my dream, but you're out here living the dream of people who are phenomenally better than me, and you're not taking it seriously, and I'm mad about it. Now, with One Piece, I think they are drawn exaggerated for a reason because you're not going to see a whole lot of animes where characters look like that and do the things they do. And One Piece came out in 65, 66? Not 66, 90, 95, 96, my bad.
But goddamn minute.
Yeah, no. 90, 95, 96, somewhere in that realm. But when it came out, like, you'd be hard-pressed to find things that really looked like that.
Mm-hmm.
But mostly, I just wanted to pick at you a bit. You can go ahead and close the show now.
I appreciate that, and I enjoy our banters, KB. You my homie, my sister from a different mister, as I like to say. So, all right. That being said, join the BS or you whack. Peace.